Everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. So today what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a dashboard using a lead dataset which we've created in one of our episode, and then I'm gonna embed that dashboard on a lead object, right? I mean, because think about it, right? You create a Einstein dashboard, and in a real life scenario, right? I mean, it doesn't make a sense for a customer to go and go to Einstein Analytics and figure out where is the dashboard, right? I mean, it's good that if you can embed that on a specific object, so that the user can see the information about that object in terms of charts and visualization, whatever, right? So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So this video is gonna be very short, and I'm not gonna talk much detail about it. So I assume that you know how to create a dashboard. If you don't, I would highly encourage you to please check out my previous videos about Einstein creating dashboard, right? Okay, so the first thing first, you need to log into your Einstein org. If you are not familiar how to log into your Einstein org, then I will highly encourage you to please check out my first video, that's Introduction to Einstein Analytics and Machine Learning. So that will walk you through in a detailed manner how to register for an org, right? Okay, so let's dive in. The first thing first, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and create a very simple dashboard, nothing fancy about it. So we're gonna go to this tic-tac-toe icon and go to Analytics Studio. So we can create a dashboard using create button here. And again, it takes you to dashboard. So now we got two options here, right? Blank dashboard and dashboard from template. So dashboard from template, if you wanted a ready-made template, right, which Salesforce offers you, but we're not gonna look for any fancy template for now. But I'll give you an idea how it looks, right, just for your information. So if you go to create dashboard from here, right, you can see a lot of options here. You can see compare dashboard, detail dashboard, GMT, blank dashboard, metrics, trends, performance summary, summary dashboard. These are very handy templates if you're someone who wanted to achieve any of these things, right? Then I will highly encourage you to use this one as a starting point. But for now, for our demo, we don't need this one. So we're gonna use a very basic or a clear blank dashboard, right? Just to start from the scratch. So we're gonna drag this boy here, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna extend this, and we're going to use the demo leads data set. I've created this in one of the episodes, right? So I'm going to use the same one. And so we got the bars here. Going to use the lead source, and I'm going to see the full name here in the trails, right? So, and let's see if I can change it to columns. All right, I will. Okay, and what happened if I do the donut chart? Just a second. Okay, you know what? We're gonna stick to this one for now, right? And then I'm gonna add one more chart. That's a donut chart, right? So just gonna go here, and we're gonna add one more, right? So what we're gonna do? We're gonna add only the so we're gonna add annual revenue, and we're gonna add the full name, right? That's all we wanted to do. Probably let's see how the donut chart looks like here. Right, so we need something like that, right? Nice and simple. So I will stick to this one. Right. I understand that you might think, oh, this is an ugly looking chart. My apologies for that. So I just wanted to demonstrate how the embedding works. So that's the whole point of today's exercise, right? So I think this is fine for now. And then we're going to do save. And I'm not going to add any filters. So we're going to do L dashboard, right? So we're going to share in a shared app, right? And if you run this, it's nice and simple, right? There's nothing fancy about it. Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna close this boy here, and we're gonna go to home, right? And then we're going to go to our leads, right? And we're going to do leads. Right, so we're going to go to leads here. And as you can see, we got a lot of leads here, right? Right, doesn't matter. So you can open any leads you want. So let's open Betty Bear. And so we, this is a pretty simple looking screen. I'm pretty sure you are familiar with this. And that's why I mentioned in the beginning, you need to have a bit of understanding of Salesforce before doing Einstein, right? I hope you do. Okay, if not, I have talked about a different series in one of the different series Salesforce, from the very basics. So if you're interested, please go and check it out. There's a complete playlist doing that. Okay, all right. Okay, sorry, I digress. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our Lightning App Builder. So the way to do that, so we go to this gear cog icon. I'm gonna do edit page. All right, and then we pay attention to information on the standard left hand side. So look, what we need here, we need to embed our Einstein chart on this page, right? We need to embed somewhere. So we can embed, it's up to you where you want to display that information. What I'm going to do, I'm going to embed in between here. So now you need to know which component you need to drag and drop, right? So if you look here, there are three things here. We got Einstein Analytics Dashboard, Einstein Next Best Action, Einstein Predictions. We are not interested in the next best action or prediction for now. So we're going to drag and drop this Einstein Dashboard here somewhere. Okay, so right, so we see automatically defaults to this option. If not, for whatever reason it's defaulting to some of the dashboard, you can always go and select it here, right? You can discard the default selected option and you can pick and choose the one which you want, right? Okay, sounds good, right? And so I'm just going to increase the height a bit. It looks really yucky, right? All right, okay, so now I'm going to save it and just going to tell you how it happened, what happens. Okay, I'm going to activate it and just make it as an org default. Right, this is a basic option. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. Okay, so I'm going to close it. Going to go back and, I'm going to refresh it. So there you go, voila. But you see, this is pretty interesting, right? Nice and easy. But there's a problem here, right? So I want the data of Betty Bear to be displayed. I don't want to see the information about all Kristen Atkin or Pamela or Patricia. I don't want to see any of the information. I wanted to see information corresponding to that specific record, right? This is to do with the Betty. It's got nothing to do with any of this people out there, right? I can't even see Betty here, right, to begin with. So what can we do about it? Is there something we can do? Absolutely. We need to add filters to it. So that's the way you can filter. You need to link this thing, this chart to this record ID. So the way to do that is pretty straightforward. We need to go back to our Lightning App Builder again. So as usual, go to the gear cog icon and go to edit page. And we're gonna select the chart component here, and we're going to look at the properties here. So we have something called filter, right? So there are two ways. You can use filter builder or filter string. Filter string is pretty complicated. If you know how to use the JSON, this is the JSON's text. If you're very comfortable with writing JSON, then you can use the filter string. But I would not suggest you to use filter string because it can get complicated, it can get messy, you will make mistakes, right? But if you use filter builder, right, it will automatically create a JSON for you, and so that you can have a look if you're interested. So we're going to choose the filter builder because I wanted to make this demo nice and easy, right? Nothing, I don't want to put anything complicated just to confuse you, right? So that's not my intention. Okay, sorry, I digress. So go to add dashboard filter. You see the data set that's selected, right? And we are not interested into lead source, right? I'm interested to link this chart to a specific record. So the way to do that is using a record ID because that's the unique ID, right? So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna go, let's see if there is any record ID here. Okay, we got a lead ID here, and equals to what? So we're gonna select the object. So this object will belong into the lead object, right? And see if we have anything here. That's interesting. Let's see. It should be there. All right, lead ID, right? Okay, done. Okay, you will see it will refresh. Voila, see? Okay, now let's go to filter string. You see, this is the filter I was talking about. If you're comfortable writing JSON, please go and use this filter string option. But I'm not too comfortable, even though I've worked extensively with JSONs, because my background is a developer background. So I find it extremely challenging at times to use this filter string when you have to do the complex one, right? Because you can make mistakes, right? Let's accept the fact, right? So when you have a nice filter builder option, right, why bother writing it, right? It doesn't make sense to me. But hey, by all means, I'm not judging anyone. Sorry, my apologies if I've sound that way. That's not my intention. So what I was trying to say, use the one which simplifies your life and makes your job easier, right? So, okay, cool. All right, let's go to save. Let's go and do save, and then we activate it, right? And then we close it. And we're going to go back. And we gonna see how it looks like. There you go. It's nice and easy, right? Okay, let's go and look for other. Let's say we're gonna do Besa. So this user, right? There you go, right? And you can actually scroll down and see this. I'm not saying this is the right place to put the Einstein chart. I'm just showing you, right, where, the way you can embed it. You can put anywhere you want. It's up to you, according, up to your business requirement or up to your client where they wanted to see this information, right? So, but this is just a very handy feature, right? Because as I mentioned, right, I mean, you create a dashboard. Think about it. You create a dashboard and you go and say to your client, right, look, I've created a dashboard. Client says, all right, cool, sounds good. Where it is? Where can I find it? You need to go to Einstein Analytics, setup, and the client will like, that's too much of clicks and too much of steps. And user may or may not be technically savvy, right? They might find it extremely challenging to, fiddle with different things, right? Sometimes you meet a user who's new to Salesforce, right? So we need to do things to make the life easier for the user, right? To give the best user experience. When Salesforce offers that, why not use it, right? So that's one of my analogy, right? Just to make the life of a user easier, right? Never complicate it. Just because you can complicate stuff, that doesn't mean that we have to do that, right? That's my approach. That's what I believe. I mean, you can, you're entitled to your own opinion, right? Okay, cool. All right, so this is one of the things we can use it, right? And so we can go and test your solution, right? So go to Open Leads and let's look for Patricia over here, right? Voila, right? So that does the trick. Yeah, you can do that in Classic as well, but I'm not going to talk about Classic because we are mostly focusing on Lightning, right? And because Lightning is the future, so I'm really not going to talk about anything on Classic. My apologies, right? There are different videos out there, so if you're interested, please check it out. I don't use Classic unless I really have to, right? Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about today. And probably next time we're going to talk about SQL queries a bit. Introduction to SQL. I won't go into detail of each and every query, right? That's going to be a different exercise. I'm going to cover SQL individually. Once I finish this basic Einstein course, we're going to do SQL, right? And then after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start a certification series for Platform App Builder. That's the next plan, so that I can help you guys get certified on App Builder, right? So once that's done, I'm going to start on Einstein certification series. So that's going to be like 3 to 4 months of job, right? So to do that, so please be patient. So I'm going to bring the series, in future so that I can help you guys. I did a Platform Developer 1. So I have planned to do 2 this year. Then probably if I get time, I'm going to start with integration designer. Then we will see, right? That's the plan. All right, then. That's all I wanted to talk about it today. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I really appreciate it. I know it's Saturday. You have things to do, but I still really appreciate that you took time to watch this video. All right, so adios and greetings from New Zealand. Take care.